Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? AMC Bigums here. Hope you're all having a good day. So this is going to be about the digital repository system that I was talking to you guys about through ISDA. This is going to be the thing that I think is going to end this entire thing. I don't see how they can get around this, and I think this is one of the things that could crash everything going forward. So let's go ahead and go into what this regulatory reporting system is going to be. Right now in ISDA, you have what is called the derivatives market. This is where everything is done. This is where they can afford all of their margins. This is where they do all their backdoor trading, all of their bets, all of that stuff. This is where swaps are traded. This is where family offices do all their shady business. This is where all the shady business is done through the derivatives market. Now, as you guys can see in the derivatives market, it's above the OTC, and in the stock market, only certain people that are ISDA members, which are major banks, have access to this market. Now, what this is this repository system is going to be the CAT system for the derivatives market. You're going to finally have regulation and oversight, and you're going to have no longer self-reporting in the derivatives market. That is a massive deal. Why? Because there's $2.2 quadrillion in the derivatives market. Let's say that again, $2.2 quadrillion in the derivatives market. There's more money, more assets, more value in the derivatives market than there is in the entire world. Like I said, this is a big deal. This is where we all need to be paying our attention to. This is where all the backdoor stuff is done. Like I said, without the derivatives market, everything will come crashing down. Now, the way the derivatives market is so messed up right now, currently you have the DTCC, which is the major banks, which we already know are bad actors in all of this. They're the biggest bad actors in all of this. Well, currently, they are the ones who regulate ISDA, and they write the ISDA contracts. So they regulate themselves, which is why they accept all of these ISDA deals. It's all backdoor handshake, written on paper agreement trades. This is why it's so shady, so out of control. This is why you have people like Archegos that can go ahead and take their portfolio from 1 billion to 160 billion by getting so over leveraged from going through bank to bank to bank, showing that they have collateral and positions that they currently don't truly own. So this will get rid of self-regulation, you guys. This is a massive deal. Just like the OAT system, as you guys see in the stock market, they're running scared shitless from the CAT system. If they have to, report themselves everything accurate, they can no longer hold. They have, this holds them accountable. This will make it so regulators no longer can have excuses. They have to do their jobs. On top of that, this shows fraud across the board, and this repository system will be worldwide. It's not just, the United States corrupt regulators are watching this. This is worldwide. This is why everyone will be held accountable. The World Bank, other countries are going to be watching this. In the derivatives market, we are attacking other countries. So this is why they're going to say, well, we don't like you guys, and we're not going to let you guys keep doing this. So fraud will be exposed immensely throughout this process. On top of that, you have phase 6 coming in. Phase 6 is going to finally make them deposit collateral and have oversight of that collateral being deposited. So when these two things, and that starts September 1st of this year. So when these two things come into play, you will have full regulation, you will have full auditing, and you'll finally have no longer self-reporting inside the derivatives market, which means family offices for the first time will be regulated. These Archegoses, all these things won't happen when it's too late, when things have failed. Like I said, once these derivatives markets go down, how do we win this, you guys? We win when the banks margin call market makers. This is when your MOAS happens, when banks margin call. And as we saw in the GameStop report, the DTCC was supposed to margin call them, but they forgave $21 billion. The only way you make these banks do these margin calls is you hit them through the derivatives market. Like I said, we either need to pull out of these ISDA banks, or we can wait for these regulations. But like I said, this regulation is a massive deal. I just want to show you this video, 30 seconds of this quick before we go, just so you guys can understand a little bit more.
ISDA's Digital Regulatory Reporting Initiative, or DRR, can help. We are translating the amended rules into machine-executable open-source code using ISDA's Common Domain model. so that firms can access a standard interpretation of the requirements and plug them directly into their systems. This will eliminate inconsistencies and avoid the need for each firm to build its own reporting logic from scratch. If further regulatory changes occur, the DRR can be altered centrally and then deployed to firms quickly. We are starting with the commodity futures.
So, as you can see, a lot of the problem is, as we see in the stock market itself, they have their own interpretations of rules, and they're like, oh, we didn't know this. Oh, we didn't know that this meant we couldn't do this. That gets rid of this as well. Like I said, this will make it so everything is centralized. Everything will be recorded. Like I said, this is a massive, massive deal. This is going to make it so, like I said, all of their magic ways that they're able to afford things through swaps and all this stuff, and all these backdoor handshake agreements, like I said, they will now be tracked. So, like I said, guys, these are massive things going forward. I know it's a ways out, but I've shown you guys the corruption that we're against, and it's deeper than shit. So it's going to take a long time to start fixing this. And why is this happening? Because as you guys are seeing, people are revolting everywhere. They're revolting everywhere because these banks are destroyed everywhere. These banks, ISDA's worldwide, you guys. The derivatives I just showed you through those banks, the exposure that these banks have, this is worldwide. Look at this exposure. This is one of the biggest problems in the world. They took 2008 and they went around it and made it so they could do family offices. They didn't learn their lesson. They made it worse. And I want you guys to understand one thing before I go. It's at $2.2 quadrillion. In 2008, we were at 634 trillion. Yeah, it's 4 times as bad, you guys. It's 4 times worse than 2008. So, like I said, prepare yourselves, protect yourselves, but this is a big, big thing coming forward for us. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.